where they've got a lot of different things going on. So let's pretend that it's a small commercial farm, and maybe they've got this whole area between the T-posts to the end, cover crop, and they've got this kind of stand that you see here throughout the whole field. One of the main things you want to do if you're doing this method, you want to sample all the cover crops that are rooting within the frame, right? That have rooted within the frame. So this, with vetch, it's a little difficult because this one is rooted all the way over here, but it's vined into here. So it's giving us this big tall bunch, and we don't want to overestimate, right? We want just an honest, accurate estimate. So you try to pull apart the vines that are growing in, and you don't have to worry too much. But so this is how I would sample using this, and this has gone outside the frame. So you just go around those 4 parts of the frame. That's growing into the frame. So anybody got a stopwatch? So then what I would do is I would cut, and I'm not going to cut it, but I would cut that. So what have I taken about maybe a minute so far? And then cutting that, it'd be a bigger frame. So I think it takes 5 to 10 minutes to sample one frame. When it's so we'll go ahead and cut that. And is your scale sensitive enough to weigh just this little bit? Okay. So what we would do is we would do this in 4 different areas, right? And I would normally have a bigger frame like that, so we would end up with quite a bit more cover crop. And I put it either in a 5-gallon bucket, is usually too small when you're doing it 4 frames like this. I'll tell you. That'd be per square foot. Lettuce harvesting knife, which has got the blade is like that, right? So you can stab with it. And I just cut through the frame like that, all the way around, and then I undercut, and then throw that in the garbage bag, and I do that in 4 different spots. So it takes about, and then you.
So that tendency you can smell is the property that can be used for nematode control. Which is till it in. Other one is till it in and then cover with the black plastic. So the purpose of covering the black plastic is to retain this volatile from escaping. And other one is just in a no-kill condition, we just use the weed whack to chop it without damaging. So for this cover crop to maximize the production of isothiocyanate or the chemical, it has to be damaged because if it's intact, then it won't produce any chemical. So it has to break down to release this enzyme they call myrosinase. So that myrosinase acts on glucosinolate, which is a secondary metabolite produced by this cover crop, Brassicaceae family. So when this substrate and enzyme come together, they hydrolyze, so they break the chemical into the toxic substance. So in order to maximize the production, you have to either weed whack or use the what's the best word? Yeah. So make sure it is just the mix, and then maximize the contact of these 2 enzymes and the substrate. And after that, the other property is it's going to volatilize, so cover the black plastic. So that's when I came in to check if covering the black plastic will enhance the biofumigation effects. So after covering black plastic for 1 week, I planted zucchini, which is 3 weeks old zucchini. 3 weeks old. And I see that there's a graph that I'll show you on the board, but the one that covered with black plastic was high in terms of plant growth, in terms of the chlorophyll production and canopy width, and also reduced the nematode significantly compared to the background. So, the background difference I would say. So basically in the background, nothing is added, no cover crop is grown, nothing is incorporated, so you expect high nematode population. So that's one of our controls. Till and then covered with black plastic, and then mustard no till, mustard till, and then mustard till in and covered with black plastic. So I'm looking at two plant parasites, two variables. One is the plant parasitic nematode, which is root knot nematode, which most of the, or all of the cucurbits are susceptible to this nematode. So since I'm growing the bioasec crop, which is zucchini, so I'm looking at that. And then other one is
Capacity of the organic matter. Cover crop can also reduce the use of pesticide. We pointed to you just now, the plot was full of cheese weed to begin with. You keep the soil cover and outcompete with the cheese weed, then you don't have to use herbicide too much.
Benefits of conservation agriculture, which includes no-till and cover cropping. So I have two cover crops I'm working with, black oats and horseradish. Basically, the benefits I'm trying to observe or see the effects of possibly is this one nematode. It's actually a good one, entomopathogenic nematodes. Also the fungi, but my results are on nematodes on this poster. So the benefit of entomopathogenic nematodes is that they are basically parasites of insects and hopefully pests of our crops. Put a cage, I should have brought one, a little cage with mealworms and soil inside in our no-till compared to our other controls. So to me, this is suggesting that cover cropping with no-till system.
Oh no!